Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Dina, and today we will learn about ratio. Ratio helps us compare quantities clearly and correctly. It shows how much of one thing there is compared to another. In this lesson, we will use the language for every to describe ratio. We will also learn how to write ratios using the colon symbol called notation. Understanding ratios helps us explain comparisons in mathematics and daily life.
A ratio compares two quantities of the same kind. It tells us how many of one item there are compared to another item. For example, if there are 2 red pencils and 3 blue pencils, we compare them. The ratio of red to blue pencils is 2:3. Ratios help us organize information clearly. They show relationships between groups.
We use the phrase for every to describe ratios in words. For example, if there are 2 red pencils and 3 blue pencils, we say, for every 2 red pencils, there are 3 blue pencils. This sentence clearly explains the relationship. The phrase helps us understand comparison better. It makes the ratio easier to explain. Clear language supports clear thinking.
Ratios can also be written using the colon symbol. The ratio of 2 red pencils to 3 blue pencils is written as 2:3. The numbers are written in the same order as the comparison. The first number represents the first group. The second number represents the second group. This notation is short and clear.
In ratios, the order is important. The ratio 2:3 is not the same as 3:2. The first number always represents the first quantity named. Changing the order changes the meaning. Therefore, we must read the question carefully. The correct order ensures accurate comparison. Careful reading avoids mistakes.
Ratios are used in real-life situations. For example, in a class with 12 girls and 8 boys, we can compare the numbers. The ratio of girls to boys can be written clearly. Ratios help in cooking, sports, and sharing items fairly. They help us understand relationships between amounts. Mathematics is useful in everyday life.
Sometimes ratios can be simplified. For example, 4:6 can be simplified to 2:3. We divide both numbers by the same common factor. Simplifying makes ratios easier to understand. However, the relationship stays the same. The proportion does not change. Simplifying helps us present answers clearly.
Today, we learned that a ratio compares two quantities. We practiced using the phrase for every and writing ratios using the colon symbol. We also learned that order matters and that ratios can be simplified. These skills help us explain comparisons clearly. Keep practicing to strengthen your understanding. Well done, everyone.